Last year, I shared with you the traditional way of making groundnut oil. Some of you found the process very interesting, while others felt it was too stressful and time consuming. So today, I decided to come back with something better, a much simpler, stress-free method that uses basic kitchen equipment you probably already have at home. No heavy labor, no complicated tools, just simple steps with satisfying results. Now, let me show you the groundnut I'll be working with today. This particular variety here is called Kampala groundnut. But honestly, the species you have does not really matter. Some varieties do produce more oil than others. Yes, but this method works for all of them. The goal here is ease and efficiency. To keep things stress-free, I will be toasting the groundnut in my oven. While toasting, make sure you rotate them at interval so they roast evenly and don't burn. A simple way to know they are ready is the finger squeeze test. Once the skin comes off easily, when you rub them between your fingers, they are good to go. At this point, remove them from the oven and peel off the skin completely. We want the groundnut nice, clean and skin free before blending. Next, we move on to blending. To make the work easier and faster, I will be sharing the workload between two blenders. I'm adding about 2 cups of groundnut into each blender, then blending. Now, let's focus on one blender so you can clearly see the entire process, especially because many of you asked this question in my previous video. Do you add water while blending? And the answer is no. Absolutely nothing is added, just pure groundnut. When you blend on high speed, the groundnut first turns into powder. If you keep blending, that powder will gradually release its natural oil and transform into a smooth paste known as peanut butter. As you can see, we now have a smooth peanut paste, no water, no oil added. We repeat the same process with the second blender, and once again, we get a smooth peanut butter. Now, I will transfer both batches into my stand mixer bowl. Take a good look at the consistency. Smooth, runny and perfect for oil extraction. I will add the peanut butter from the second blender and repeat the same process with the rest of the peanuts. At this point, our peanut butter is fully ready for oil extraction. Just look at that texture, beautiful and rich. Before we proceed, I will fix the bowl into my stand mixer and now add salt, sugar, onion powder and pepper powder. I will attach the mixer hook, close the lid and mix on low speed for a minute. Now, this is very important. These ingredients are not for oil extraction. The reason we are adding them is because the leftover peanut pulps will be used to make a popular snack called kuli. So we are pre-spicing it. All the ingredients added here are optional except salt. You can skip the sugar, pepper or onion powder if you want, but salt is non-negotiable. Salt is the foundation of quality kuli, so please don't skip it. After mixing for 1 minute, I will begin to add room temperature water gradually, a little at a time. I let the mixer run for about 1 minute or more before adding the next portion of water. The rule here is very simple. Add a small amount of water at a time. Mix for at least 1 minute, then repeat. When water is added to peanut paste in the right quantity, it acts as a binder, binding the peanut pulps together. Once this happens, the paste begins to push out the oil naturally. As you can see, the texture of the paste is slowly changing. That is a sign the oil is close. So we continue adding water gradually and mixing. Now look closely at the edges of the bowl. The oil is already starting to come out. This process is very stress-free and honestly so satisfying to watch. At this stage, you will notice something else. The paste is no longer smooth. It starts to crumble. This is the point you need to perform the finger test to determine whether you still need to add more water or not. Now, take a small portion of the paste between your thumbs and index finger and try to mold it. If it crumbles apart like this, that's your sign you still need to add more water. Remember the rule: add water little by little, and after each addition, let the mixer run for at least 1 minute or more before adding again. As you continue, you will notice something interesting happening. The paste begins to form bigger, firmer lumps, and at the same time, it starts separating even more oil. So far, so good, no stress at all. Now, let's run the figure test one more time. This time, as I mold the paste between my thumb and index finger, you can see it holds together firmly. That's exactly what we want. This tells us we have added enough water. So we stop right here. No more water. Now turn off the mixer and carefully remove the mixer hook. Take a look. The oil is already gathering at the top. Using a spoon, I start pressing the paste down from one side of the bowl. As you press, you will see the oil running towards that side and pulling together. At this point, bring in your collecting container and scoop out the oil. Just look at that. Keep pressing and scooping until you have collected all the visible oil. As you can see, we have already gotten a good amount. My container is full. I will go ahead and transfer this oil into my pot. After removing all the visible oil, attach the mixer hook once again and let it mix for about 3 more minutes to extract even more oil. After 3 minutes, turn off the mixer and remove the bowl. Now, if you look closely at the paste, you will notice there's still oil trapped inside. To get out as much oil as possible, I will place my wooden chopping board inside a large bowl, with one end of the board resting at the bottom of the bowl and the other end raised at the top. I will cut out a portion of the peanut dough and knead it on top of the board. As I knead, the oil slide down into the bowl below. Once enough oil has been extracted, I transfer the almost dry paste into another bowl. This will be used for making kuli. Then I cut another portion and repeat the same process. Now, take note of this. If you are not baking your kuli, this extra oil extraction step isn't really necessary. Since I will be baking some and frying others, I need to remove as much oil as possible for the baking ones. For frying, it does not really matter because any oil left in the paste will be released into the oil during frying. Once I'm done, I will add all the extracted oil to the pot and set it aside. Now let's move on to making our kuli. I will place a portion of the paste between two sheets of parchment paper and roll it flat. This is where you control the thickness of your kuli. Once I get my desired thickness, I remove the top parchment paper. Using my cookies cutter, I will cut out my preferred shapes. If you don't have a cutter like this, don't worry. Use whatever you have available. The goal is to keep everything simple and stress-free. Once I'm done cutting, this is how they look. I will bake them at 170 degrees Celsius for 35 minutes. While that is baking, let me show you how to mold and fry the kuli in case that's what you prefer. Using the remaining dough, This is the traditional hand molding method. Cut a portion of the dough. Place it between your middle and index finger. Then flatten it gently with your thumb. You can shape it however you like, flattened, twisted, or even roll into a log. The choice is yours. Once shaping is done, it is time to fry. I will be using the same oil we extracted earlier. Don't fry on high heat. Medium-low heat is best. After adding the kuli to the oil, do not stir immediately. Give it about 2 minutes before stirring. After 2 minutes, stir at interval until they turn golden brown. Then remove them from the oil. Repeat the same process with the remaining kuli. And just like that, they are ready. Here we have the baked ones, beautifully crunchy, and the fried ones, golden and crispy. Now let's bottle our oil. If you did not use the oil for frying, you will need to add a small splash of water and cook it until it stops sizzling. This helps extend the chef's life. But since we use the oil to fry the kuli, there's no need for that step. And there you have it. The process is not only satisfying to watch, but also absolutely stress-free. Let me know what you think about this method in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.